We are Team Wolves, and today we will be pitching Saturday morning. The problem currently is that too many individuals are unaware of what really happened on October 7th. If only they knew. There are three aspects causing this problem. One, there is a misleading reality of the Jewish people on social media, which has led to a rise in antisemitism. Two, there's a vast unawareness regarding the topic of October 7th due to the mistrust of news media outlets. And three, overall, covering war-related issues is very polarizing and causes a lot of tension. To target an audience, we are going after uneducated individuals, which is approximately about 60% of the global population, to help them understand the events of October 7th. And to do this, we are creating Saturday Morning, an interactive TV series based on the events of October 7th.
We came up with the idea of engaging an interactive series centered on the events of October 7th, allowing viewers actively shape the storyline. Saturday Morning will include 3 episodes, each spanning between 10 to 15 minutes, and will be available on streaming platforms such as Netflix, providing viewers with an easy access to its content. Based on true stories and real-life experiences, each episode in the series will be adapted to the interactive series format. So how it works. Basically, every viewer at home will be able to choose which episode to watch, where each episode revolves around a different event that happened on October 7th. The episode begins by showing how the real-life story it is based on unfolded, and from there, it presents you with a total of 3 to 4 choices to make, choices which will ultimately change the character's fate. In practice, you will have the option to rewatch the same episodes and choose a different path for the character. This will make you realize how life-altering your previous choices were. Based on psychological studies, this format aims to deeply engage the audience, connecting them emotionally with the experiences and emotions of the actual people behind the stories.
Alternatives. In today's world, countless debates, podcasts, and videos circulate online addressing the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. While we acknowledge the importance of these resources, we simply cannot overlook the most critical issue, the alarming rise of antisemitism across the globe. We believe this surge stems largely from misinformation and a lack of understanding surrounding October 7th. The fact is that a large percentage of the information is based on partial or biased narratives, which amplifies stereotypes and hatred rather than opening doors to true understanding. Additionally, content consumption on the internet is fast and fragmented, preventing in-depth engagement about the conflict. We have to emphasize that the main gap lies in the absence of interactive platforms that allow users to experience the events from a personal perspective. To create meaningful change towards all Jewish people, we have to find a solution that speaks to one's emotion.
Now let's talk about the business case. We aim to pursue a buyout deal with streaming platforms, or at least a licensing agreement instead. If the series proves to be successful, we would expand it by developing an app that offers additional storylines and exclusive content. Another option is to create a VR adaptation to immerse the viewers into the events of October 7th. This expansion would generate new revenue streams and increase audience engagement. In terms of needs, firstly, we would need stories, which means gather personal testimonies, and potentially through groups like Stand With Us. We would also need initial funding, around $250,000 for development, production, and marketing. And lastly, we would need everything related to film crew, like scriptwriters, a small team to adapt stories into cinematic form. We would also need actors and filmmakers, meaning to recruit talent, for example, from theater schools, to lower the costs. And we would need a post-production team, editors and sound designers to finalize the project.
All right, let's talk about the next steps. There are 4 main stages. The first stage, partnership, lasts between 3 to 6 months. The goal is to generate interest in streaming services and develop interactive content that is tied to real events. The second stage, production, lasts between 6 to 9 months, creating episodes with a professional team and incorporating interactive features. The third stage, marketing, lasts between 3 to 6 months. It reached a global audience through streaming services and social media campaigns. The fourth stage is distribution, global reach, by launching in more than 10 languages, along with collecting feedback from the audience. In conclusion, we have a call to action. We need to educate people about the events of October 7th. In the digital age where media is distorted and inflated, creating educational content on this topic is essential. The approach we propose is different from other paradigms currently available. We are presenting a new, interactive, and emotionally engaging way that allows the audience to feel part of the events. This will lead to a deeper understanding and a long-term impact of the events of October 7th. The world needs to see what really happened on October 7th.